Okay, let me try this again. My review. Something's going on with my camera, so if this doesn't work, I'm gonna just try to shoot this from my phone. But this is my spoiler-free review of Captain America: Civil War. I will do a spoiler one right after, but just to cut to the chase, loved the movie. It was fantastic. I said this before and I will say it again, all hail the Russo brothers. They were the right people to direct this movie, and I cannot wait to see what they do with Avengers Infinity War. Just kind of to get into the things that I did and didn't like. I'll start with what I didn't really like about the movie. I didn't like that it kept jumping around from place to place. The way that it did, it was kind of throwing me off a little bit, and at one point I was kind of just like, really, again? Because when you see the movie, and this isn't any kind of spoiler, but they give you kind of geographical captions so that you know where you are, which is helpful, but it was just like, it just seemed like a bit much at one point. So that was one thing I didn't really like. The other thing I really didn't like, that was kind of a, again, this is not spoilery, because if you've been watching any of the if you've seen any of the trailers or TV spots or whatnot, you know that Spider-Man is in this movie. Tom Holland, great actor. I liked him as Peter Parker. I feel like he will do very well in his standalone movie, but I still stand by what I said before this movie came out, in that he did not feel necessary to this movie, to me. And I know that there are diehard Marvel fans and stuff who are saying, well, he's in the comics, you have to read the comics. I read the comic. I own the Civil War comic. I know the role that Spider-Man plays in the Civil War comic, but it's not the same here, and like I said, I don't feel like he was necessary. If he was not in this movie, I personally would not have felt like, oh, this movie was missing Spider-Man, they should have had Spider-Man in. I wouldn't have felt that way, and at times I felt the same way some of the characters did. When you see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about there. But anyway, so those were kind of my two most glaring for the movie. But there's so much to love, and there's a lot of it I can't talk about here because I'm trying to keep this spoiler free. But fight sequences were awesome. One of the things I always love about the Captain America movies, especially Winter Soldier and this one, is that because Cap is he's not powered the way Iron Man is with his suit, or the way Wanda is with her, energy and hexes and whatnot. He's powerful because it's hand-to-hand, fist-to-cuff, combat. So you get a lot of that in this movie, and not just from him. You get it from Bucky, you get it from Black Widow, you get it from Sharon Carter, you get it from Black Panther, who I'll get to him in just a second. But I loved that. I loved seeing more of that, and it just had me so enthralled with the movie, and I didn't want to, there weren't times where I was looking down and, I kept my eyes on the screen because I really wanted to see what was going to happen next, and I just can't say enough good things about that there. There were some comedic moments that I really enjoyed, and I know there's very, controversial opinions, I guess, about the level of comedic or comic relief that Marvel and MCU movies have. But I enjoyed it here, and I think that it was kind of necessary because, it's been advertised that this is a very emotional movie, and I agree with that. I think that there's a lot of, right in the feels, gutsy moments that happen, and you kind of need somebody to kind of break that seriousness and kind of remind you, like, oh yeah, okay, and kind of come back again and be ready for the next round of angst, so to speak. So I enjoyed it. I think that this is definitely up there as one of the best MCU movies to date. There's a lot going on. You get to know why each character takes the position that they take. It really doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter whether you take Team Cap or Team Iron Man's side, because it's not like I think you'd be hard pressed not to understand why each person takes the side that they take, because it's very clearly explained in the movie. So thank you to the Russo brothers for that. Can't wait to see what you do with Infinity Wars Part 1 and 2. And then really quick, because I said I'd get to it, and I hope my camera will let me talk about him really quick. Black Panther. I'm a huge fan of this character already. He's probably my favorite Marvel character, hands down. I have several of his comics, so I've been geeking out about seeing him live for I don't know how long. A long time. And then finding out Chadwick Boseman, when he got cast for the role, I was like, I didn't even think about you for this part, but I'm so excited to see it. You know, leading up to this, and then with the teasers and trailers and TV spots were coming out, I was like, I want to hear this Wakandan accent. I want to hear him speak and be Black Panther and be T'Challa. And, you know, the most they gave us before the movie came out was Captain, and I was just like, teasers, so cruel. He knocked it out of the park. The Russo brothers' handle of the character was phenomenal. Chadwick Boseman has me so hyped for his solo movie, and I can't wait to see how Ryan Coogler depicts Wakanda and, you know, T'Challa in Wakanda and ruling and whatnot, because like I said earlier, the movie's kind of going around the world a lot, so it'll be nice to kind of see the character grounded more in his homeland, which is, if you don't know anything about Wakanda, technologically advanced fictitious African nation. I think it's on like the East African coast, or the East Africa, I'm pretty sure. But they keep a lot of the like tribal roots as well. But science and technology, they've always been at least a decade ahead of everywhere else in the world. Very well protected country. And they have their royal family, and the ruler of the nation also dons the panther suit. And that's who Black Panther is, T'Challa, and all of that. So, can't say enough good things. He had some of the best lines in the movie, which I'll talk about in my spoiler review. He and Hawkeye had an exchange that ended up being one of my favorites. Very short, but very awesome. And that's the most I will say about that. So, that's my review. Go see this movie. Can't say it enough. I'm going to see it again tomorrow, and I'll be at the drive-in, so thankfully I won't be 3 rows away from the screen this time. And maybe I'll get to appreciate the action sequences a little bit more, just because having them this close to your face is just not the way to enjoy the Captain America movie. So, go see the movie, and let me know what you think. So, I think that's all I can really say. I would love to sit and talk more about each one of the characters, but I don't know that I can stay up that late because I have to work tomorrow. So, but I can't wait for more of you to see the movie so that we can talk about it together. So, please go see this movie and support it, and enjoy it. And I said, can't say enough good things. I think that'll do it. I'm gonna go film my spoiler review now. So, thanks for watching.